Today's video is not going to be your standard video for me where I talk about a certain topic like Roth conversions or donor advised fund or whatever it is. And I'm saying, hey, here's 3 examples as to why this might make sense for your situation. Those are great videos. That's why I like doing them. And I've got plenty on them. I'm also not going to be saying, hey, here's a specific mutual fund to buy. Today is going to be me answering your questions of things that you guys have left for me on my YouTube channel this year. So I'm going to answer those for you. Some of these may apply directly to you and you're going to go, oh my gosh, thank you for answering my question. Some of you are going to go, wow, very helpful. Not for me. Doesn't apply to me. So I want to make content as helpful as humanly possible, which is why I title each YouTube video I do very specifically. So if you want to understand about Roth conversions, great, go to that video. If you want to understand about the guardrails approach and how I do that withdrawal rate, go to that video. I want this channel to be your hub for an early retirement. I also want it to be a community. So if you haven't already, please go drop in the comments if you don't mind. When are you planning to retire? I love understanding when you're planning to retire, and please let me know, what are you most looking forward to? I get to do this all day, every day, and it's a very fun job because all I do is I work with amazing clients. I get to talk to new people that are reaching out to us that want to work with us. So I'm very lucky. I have a very special role here, but I want to make sure that you are getting the most helpful content possible. So for 2024, I've got a bunch of new podcast guests coming. I've got all these new other ideas that I cannot wait to roll out, but I don't want to talk about them too much. But basically, the channel is going to go to a whole nother level. I even moved, so this is a new studio that I live in. You can see in my older videos, even a few months back, it was not bad, but not the ideal setup. Now I've got better activation energy, which means I can just sit down, hit a few buttons, and my marketing team makes my life very easy with awesome resources. So I can just sit down and record and make content for you guys. So it's what I love to do. I'm going to start hopping in and let's go over some of this stuff. If you don't already know, I am Taublieb. I am a certified financial planner and I am the vice president here at Root. I'm also the host of the Early Retirement Podcast. If you're looking for information on investing, on tax strategy, on estate planning, you're in the right place. This is what I love to do, and I specify in working with people that want to retire early. So please drop in the comments what you are looking forward to most in retirement and when you're planning to retire. Let's hop right in. Now, I am very sorry because I'm starting with a dark one here, but it is the most important one that I'm going to share today. So this comes from James Chavez 5723, and I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see this a lot easier. Trust me. I know some of you guys are watching this on your phone, so I want to make sure this is nice and big for you. And he says, this was 2 weeks ago, a friend kept moving those goalposts from 1 million, 1.5, 2.2 million. This took him 4 years. Sadly, he dropped dead 2 weeks later. I bet he would have settled for 1 million in those 4 years back. So why am I sharing this for you guys? And let me zoom out here, make this smaller for you guys. So the reason that I am bringing this up, and I know it is very dark, but the reason that this is so important is truly the fact that we don't know how long any of us have, and I do not want you working longer than you need to. We have one life here. I want you to make the most of it. And the truth is, a lot of you guys will do what's called GP planning. It's called moving the goalposts back. Just like you see here, you can see James Chavez, his friend kept moving it back. Once I have 1 million, I'm going to retire. No, 1.5. No, 2.2. No, 6 more months. No, 1 more bonus. And it's really dangerous. So I don't like to do goalpost planning. I want you to know how much you need based on what you want to do in retirement. So that's the first comment that I want to speak to. Let's do a few more. I'll make this one bigger as well so you guys can see this. This comment was so nice, I could not help but address this. This was 9 days ago from Gizmo Bowen. I could say Gizmo Bowen, and that might be correct, but I definitely don't want to insult you if that's not how that's pronounced or if that's your name. So sorry if I butchered that. No personal vendetta, I promise. Typically, when I watch a retirement planning video, this is what the comment says. I'm picking up a few pieces of information that I think I would be willing to implement myself. Other times, the videos are so complicated, I get overwhelmed and experience analysis paralysis. That's where it's, oh my gosh, so much going on. What do I do? But this one was a bit different. This is the type of video that makes me wonder if the cost of a financial planning may actually be worth it, which is crazy to me. These are the kind of multifaceted money management concepts that I probably won't learn and I can see value in. This gives me good insight as to how a planner can work for me and the work they can do to earn their fee. So let me say to this, thank you for the kind comment. I didn't even speak English there. I truly try to make the most comprehensive, holistic, simple videos for you. I know I cut a little bit of a mouthful there. But the premise is if you don't understand it, it's not going to work out. And a lot of you know my dopey joke here, but I went to a doctor a few weeks ago. This is months ago now. But when I went to the doctor, I said, hey, doc, that sounded great. I think you think it sounded great. I have no idea what you just said. So I need you to tell it to me like I'm 5. And that's what I'll ask my clients to do. That's what I want to do in my videos. I want this to be the most helpful content possible. And I'm one of the weird advisors that say everyone shouldn't work with an advisor. Now, advisors don't like when I say it because it's bad for business, but it's true. It just depends what stage of life you're in and what you're looking for. Some people love tax law and legislation and RMD calculating, and that's what they want to do in retirement. Other people go, no, there's just things I couldn't know. I don't know because I'm not in your world. And I see tremendous value in that. So, of course, reach out to us. It's what we love to do. And you can see what our process looks like when you reach out. So, with that being said, thank you for this comment, Gizmo Bowen. Very helpful. And let's head to the next one. Now, this comment comes from Roger Presswood 2204, and once again, I'll make this bigger for all of you, who says, love your big picture thinking about retirement in terms of not just focusing on a specific number like 1 million, but also purpose and fulfillment and relationships and health and fun being a key aspect of a successful retirement. So, Roger, thank you very much for your comment, and I'm so glad you picked up on this, because the truth is, if your financial life looks like this with a nice upward sloping curve, but your financial real life, which is the life we're all living, is actually like this because you're not finding purpose, you're not fulfilled, you're not doing what you want to do, then we failed and there's a problem here. So we have a purpose finder here at the company that every single client of ours will walk through with them so that they have a clear plan for that purpose and fulfillment. Because I don't believe, if you see an article online, it says you need $1 million to retire. It's wrong. And here's why it's wrong. They don't know if you have a pension or rental income or Social Security. They're just getting a click of, hey, you need $1 million to retire. Here's why you need, they're trying to put fear into it. And I don't want that to be the case. Now, some of my clients, 1 million is not enough. Sometimes they need 5 million based on what they want to spend, or 10 million. And I have clients with more than that. And even them sometimes are not as satisfied as my clients with $1 million. So the message is it depends. And purpose, fulfillment, relationships, well-being, fun. If you don't have a plan for that in retirement, but you feel that you have the best mutual fund and the best ETF and the Roth conversion strategy, then I would say you have failed. You have optimized too much to the point where now you're so gung-ho about making sure your finances look good that you actually are skipping past what is most important, which is a successful life. So people often are asking me, hey, how should I think about this Roth conversion based on my tax bracket and this and that? I go, why don't you just spend more? And they're like, what do you mean? And I say, why don't you just spend more in your early years while you have your energy and health? Yeah, your RMDs are still going to be there. Roth conversions we're still going to implement, just not to the same degree. And they'll say, wait a second, I never considered just spending more. I just thought do more conversions and based on what I want to spend and this and that. I go, hey, we want to optimize here. But the premise is if you'd rather go buy a boat or if you'd rather take 5 more years and travel with your spouse because you don't know where their health is going to go, I would rather you prioritize that, even though the on paper spreadsheet financial Excel answer says differently. No one's coming to me and is getting just the spreadsheet answer. There's the spreadsheet answer. There's a real life answer. I work with people, not robots. So Roger Presswood 2204. This next comment comes from Daryl Bratton 9679, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, comments on a lot of my videos and finds them very helpful. And Daryl, there's a lot of comments you've left that I can say thank you to. So seriously, thank you. But this is one of my favorites. Love the channel and the FIRE movement. And I'm going to zoom in here. He says recreational employment. So it shows Daryl is a pro listener to my content. What that means is the following. So the FIRE movement stands for Financial Independence Retire Early, but I have my own definition, and I call it Financial Independence Recreational Employment instead of Retire Early. Because most people don't want to do nothing. They want to do something. They just want it to be fulfilling. And so a big aspect of everything I talk about is understand how early you can stop working, even if you don't stop working. I find most people just want to know how much longer do they need to work until they can do what they want to do. And so that recreational employment, what if you could take a job, paid a whole lot less, but you enjoyed it more? You can't quantify that impact on your health, on your family, on your friends, on your relationships. So glad, Daryl, that it's been helpful, and thank you. This comment comes from David Welty, 9763, who says, retired at 52 with a 3.6% withdrawal rate in a well-diversified portfolio. Having experienced CFP gives me the confidence I need to enjoy early retirement. It's worth the peace of mind. Now, this is an interesting comment. He says, retired at 52, very young, so good for you, David Welty. At the same time, he says 3.6% withdrawal rate, and he's probably thinking I'm going to come back based on my tone of voice right now and say, oh my gosh, is that not good? Should I be thinking differently? I would argue it might be too low, meaning I just would want to make sure, David, that you are enjoying your years while you have your energy and health. And if you go, hey, based on my portfolio and my lifestyle, like this is good. 3.6%, I can do everything I want to do and then some. I would say maybe consider spending a little bit more, because I don't want you looking back going, hey, why didn't I spend more while I have my energy and my health? So not something you, of course, have to do, but that would be my first look at this. Is for a lot of my clients, I'm comfortable with 4, 5, 6% plus, because it's not forever. More often than not, Social Security is coming in, or a rental income, or there's a pension. And so the timing of your income from your IRA, 401k, or other income sources should really dictate what you want to do in life. And then from there, you dictate how much you can withdraw. So hopefully that, David, you've got a good sense about this. And having experienced CFP stands for Certified Financial Planner, which is what I am, as well as all our advisors here, which is very important, gives the need to enjoy an early retirement. So glad you have an awesome advisor. The ultimate goal of working with an advisor should be that peace of mind, and that you say it's worth the peace of mind. So great. Now I know it's a little blurry there, so sorry. It's just the comment's fairly small. So thank you for that. There are thousands of more comments that I could do videos on, and I want to make sure that all of you know I truly do watch all of the comments. So as those are coming in, I'm reviewing them, and I'm going to do more videos like this if you find this helpful. I want to make sure that 2024 is the year that you have total control over your early retirement, and you get more and more and more confident, which doesn't always mean retiring earlier. Sometimes it means, hey, you're working a little longer, but it's so that you can spend more of what you want to do, or so that you can see the financial trade-off, the magnitude of waiting 6 more months or 1 more year, 2 more years, so that you can then go spend a whole lot more for the next 30 plus years. So hopefully this video is helpful. I want to keep making content for you guys that you enjoy. So truly let me know in the comments. Once again, when are you planning to retire? What are you most looking forward to? If this video is helpful, please do like this video. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this. And lastly, it's more fun to retire with your friends. So make sure that if you are considering an early retirement, you are sharing this video so that you can go travel with your friends, with your family, and that everyone can get on track that you know. So hopefully that this was helpful. Once again, thank you guys for an amazing year, and I'm looking forward to 2024.